Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 3 of your He Responds to You challenge. Hi, Chels.
Hi, babe. Hi,
What are you doing, sunflower?
I've been getting really into yellow lately.
I like it.
Thank you. I felt like it was a very Rebecca color.
It's funny because I love yellow, but I don't wear it. Someone asked me the other day what my favorite color was, and I said yellow.
Someone asked you what?
What my favorite color was, and I said yellow.
Oh, cute. Well, I hear you.
Well, hello, everyone hopping on. Say hello in the comments so we can see who's here. And welcome to day 3 of the He Responds to You challenge, where you are continuously not only learning or discovering or hearing about how the power or the not it just being a thought about He responds to you, but actually embodying it and realizing the truth of that statement, that men in romance in your life, actually all areas, are responding to you, your innermost beliefs about yourself and what you believe is possible in relationship, and really continuously calling your power into yourself, into your body, to create the relationship of your dreams. So Chelsea and I are here. Hello, everyone. Here for you again on day 3. It was so fun this morning reading everyone's comments from yesterday about what opened up for you guys in doing this challenge. That was really, really, really special, and seeing the breakthroughs and the breakdowns and just all the things coming up and those beautiful things happening. I loved it. So we also have a challenge winner who won Chelsea's Feminine Embodiment course, and we're going to announce that at the end of this live. And in order to win today, for today's giveaway will be the Manifest Your Evolved Man course, which we will announce tomorrow inside the Facebook group. And we do have a winner from yesterday that we'll announce at the end of the live today. So great job. Hi, Jessica, Erica, Mo, and Elizabeth. Hello, everyone. And we are here to continue to invite you into realizing the truth of He Responds to You, so that you can build the relationship of your dreams. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to my dear friend and incredible love coach, Chelsea, who I know most of you were probably on the live yesterday, and may or may not have heard me share this already, but Chelsea is incredibly talented and gifted at getting to the heart of things to help you shift whatever needs to be shifted to allow you to open up into allowing deep, beautiful love into your life. So it was really neat how yesterday there was an opportunity to basically provide coaching. And there's also going to be a Zoom call with Chelsea today at 4 p.m. Central.
I believe it's tomorrow.
Oh, really?
We will confirm these dates, you guys. Don't worry.
Okay, so
I have it the 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Okay. We have different dates, so we'll figure that out and we'll make sure that you guys know. And
we'll confirm that, you guys.
We will confirm that, but you have 3 bonus Zoom calls with Chelsea. So that way you can get specific, continue to ask specific questions to move through things to attract love into your life. So I would take advantage of those because they're custom, which is amazing. And you guys get to see one another and share. So the info will go out for that. And today we're going to support you and continue to teach you about how He responds to you and allow you to step into that energy.
I'm so excited for those bonus calls, and I'm so excited for today. And that's funny. I'm glad that we caught that just now. Rebecca and I we'll send a reminder email for sure, just to confirm it after this.
Yes.
So everyone will be on the same page.
Because the calendar invite for everyone does say 4 p.m. today, Central.
Okay. That is good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rebecca and I will just confirm that. I know I'm getting distracted thinking about that, but we are all good.
We'll probably confirm it by the end of this call somehow, so you guys know. But we'll post it in the group too. But there are those 3 calls.
Yes, I'm so excited. about that. And so I'm getting distracted a little bit, but I wanted to just check the comments. I saw Get Grace. She said help, and I'm like, oh no, what is it? And then she meant to say hello. Anyone who's showing up to this challenge feeling like help me. We are so excited to support you. That just made me laugh, so I wanted to comment.
I know, I saw the help too.
I've seen like videos of that on social media, like spiritual coaches like posting videos of like, this is what it looks like when I'm praying, like to my spirit guides, and they're just like, help. Anyways, it's so cute. So if anyone else is feeling that way, you're in the right place. So we have Elizabeth. Hi, we have Erica, Jessica. I'm recognizing some names from yesterday. Rebecca, Julie. Julie says, I just finished watching day 2 a few minutes ago and the challenge. Wow, I'm excited to do it today. But also like the womp womp, ha ha ha. So feel free to share more what you mean by that. I'm so proud of you guys for just how you've been showing up in this challenge so far. I'm so inspired by all of you. Jackie, hello. Sunita, Lucy. Sunita's here again. She is one of my amazing clients inside the Ravishing Love program. Love seeing her here. So today I'm super excited about this topic. And the main thing that I want to instill in you for this theme of how he responds to you today is really this idea, this concept that I want you guys to adopt, which is men want to make you happy, and it's your job or it's your opportunity, invitation to show them how. And so I want everyone just to like, that's a bold statement. And I know for me, years ago, if someone had told me that, my brain would have exploded and I would have wanted to like attack the person and tell them, and do not want to make me happy, you psycho. This is not true. What planet are you living on? So some of you guys have probably heard this concept, but anyways, I do want you to really feel into this. And just be with this for a moment and notice what comes up in your body when I say that. Men want to make you happy, and it's your job to show them how to make you happy, to share with them how to make you happy. And so I want to just take a pulse and see what comes up for you guys when I say that. Like, what are the voices that are maybe challenging that? What are those voices saying? It was really fun yesterday having you guys like comment and share in real time, because Rebecca and I find that it really guides what's meant to come through. Like, we want to give you not what we think that you need, although we do feel like we know what you need, but we really want to meet you where you are right now. And so when you share in the comments, like, I feel like that's where the magic is when we can engage and connect with you in real time. So what comes up for you, right? What comes up for you when we say that men want to make you happy, and it's your job to share with them, to show them how to make you happy. Julie says, when you say that, it's a deep softening that comes up and a feeling of, oh, wow, I'm being held by / in the divine masculine energy, and it's perfectly and beautifully okay. I love that you're having that response of resonance, that this resonates with you. That's so amazing. Is this something that you, Julie, if you're open to sharing, already really believe is true? That men want to make you happy? That I would love to know. Yeah, so Amelia says, feeling the sickness today. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. Jessica says, gut reaction of fear and not knowing how. Thank you so much for sharing that, Jessica. I feel like a lot of other women here probably can relate to that. I feel like I missed one. Elizabeth says, I embrace that. I'm still learning how to do that in a feminine and not masculine way. Would love to know how. I love that we're seeing the word how pop up twice now. We're definitely going to share with you today. I'm so excited. Julie says, yes, because I've recently experienced it with several men. Yes. So the beautiful thing, you guys, is you don't have to believe this is true right in this moment. But if you open up to the possibility that it could be true, exactly what Julie just said is what's going to happen for all of you. You'll start seeing evidence of it, because the truth is, like with anything in life, if you're willing to believe something is true, you will find evidence for it. You'll find evidence to believe it's true. So I'm not here to argue that every man on this planet wants to make you happy and that's a universal law. What I'm saying is, if this is the experience you desire to have of men, if this is the kind of relationship you want to have with men and ultimately with your one man, then you get to adopt this identity that I am the woman who men want to make happy, and I guide them. I share with them what makes me happy, what I would love, how to make me happy, all these things, which we will break down examples. Talks with Mo says, what you seek is seeking you, smiley face, exactly. That's actually Candy says, that's actually something, one sheet has the realization of real, why can't I read this comment? That's actually something, one sheet has the realization of recently. I'm not sure if there was a typo there, but I feel like I get what you're saying. Seek and you shall find, believe and you shall receive. Yes, Michelle says, I have had to believe in my worth and feel confident to open this door to receive love. In the past, I've played out the victim in trauma and in fear to be available. Yes, thank you for sharing that. And Jackie says, what came up is, how can they make me happy? And I started to ponder. And then the thought popped in of, what does that involve and what do I have to do? Yeah, so I just really want to acknowledge you guys, your willingness to just go where we're guiding you in this challenge and to go into that discomfort. Because you're here because you are wanting to expand into an experience you've never possibly had before in love, right? To expand into that dream relationship that you want. And your willingness to be with that discomfort is telling you, it's ushering you in that direction. Like, this is where I get to learn. This is where I get to shed and be curious and playful and light as I approach that tension and that, resistance, and ultimately challenge that, right? Mm-hmm. Michelle says, I love this new perspective and it's empowering. I'm so glad. Hey, Kelsey. I have been the caretaker, pleaser type and need this to shift deep down. I want the type of love that I give. Oh, I love that, Kelsey. I love that you're declaring that. You totally get to have that. And it is so deeply, about our beliefs as well. Like, if we can adopt this belief that men want to make us happy, and this belief that, like, I'm the one who gets to show him how, and I know how to show him how, then so much of these issues get resolved, right? Beautiful. So that's really the second piece that I want to go into is, you are going to find evidence to prove whatever you're wanting to prove to be true, right? You're going to find evidence. So we're just going to be in a playful energy about this and be open to being proved wrong about our limiting beliefs, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm just going to check my notes real quick. So the way that you show him how to make you happy, there's a few different ways, right? So one is by making requests, which we're going to play with today and practice today. One is by sharing what feels really good to you. So these are all like feminine embodiment practices too, where you're really using your feminine energy to inspire and to move people around you. So when you talk about how things make you feel, that's in your feminine. When you're in a place of appreciation and you're in a place of feeling good and you're in a place of talking about your desires and what you love, like all of these things are super magnetic and influential, right? And so by sharing what feels good to you and what you would love, and when a man does something that feels really good to you, by appreciating him, right? I think that this is like kind of a cliche thing, but it's so true. A lot of us women think that men can read our minds. Mm-hmm. Really think, like, I even was joking with Greg the other day and I was like, I'm going to be honest, I really wanted you to read my mind about this thing. I just told him that. I was like, it was really vulnerable for me to ask for that thing from you. So I've dug my heels in the sand for months, expecting you to know what I needed. I just owned it. And it felt so good just to say that. And then to be like, oh, okay, what was this about? Why was it so challenging for me to ask for that thing that I wanted, right? But the funny part about that is, you know, my ego, or like my little self, was getting so frustrated and angry that he wasn't picking up on what I really wanted from him. and then we make up a story as to why, oh, he doesn't want to give this to me, you know? Why doesn't he want to give this to me? And what's wrong with
He's so selfish. Like sometimes I'll
yeah, he's so selfish.
Go
Exactly.
ahead.
Yeah, so selfish, or like you're so unaware, or like you're so insensitive.
Oblivious.
What did you say?
Oblivious.
Yeah, exactly. And then I said it, and like we both laughed, and I'm like, I can't believe that's what was really going on. I didn't even realize it until I was saying it. Like, yeah, I really thought you were gonna get it without me having to say it. And it's so cute of us to do that. And I think that sometimes as women, one of our superpowers is to intuit what other people need without them asking. But it is just so unfair of us to expect anyone, even another woman, right, to read our minds and to know what we need. And so this is, I love how someone mentioned this is empowering. We want this to ultimately feel really empowering and exciting. Like if I know that my husband wants to make me happy, then this is so exciting that I get to share with him how to make me happy, right? I think that it's like, that's why there's these two parts to this phrase, men want to make us happy and it's our job. It's like, if we don't believe that they want to make us happy, like chances are so low that we're ever going to make a request, that we're ever going to stand in what we want, because we're in, like, we feel like the receiver of that is like a no to that request already. So then we don't even ask. And so again, you will find evidence to prove whatever you believe is true. So I'm not saying that you guys don't have plenty of evidence for men who don't want to make you happy. I'm not saying that doesn't also exist and that hasn't been your experience. But in order to have what we want, we have to open, and we have to be willing to find evidence to prove the new belief. Because when, I promise you guys, when you open, just like, oh, who was it? Someone shared that example just a minute ago, that they now have some recent experiences with several men who want to make them happy. When you are committed to seeing this, you will attract it. There are so many men that really do want to make you happy, because that is the divine masculine energy on this planet. It wants to provide. It wants to make us happy. It gets so strong and so proud in the face of knowing that they're making you happy. And so he responds to you stepping into that, into owning, men want to make me happy. And I know they can with my communication. I know they can make me happy. You're inviting that all around you. You're now it's like you're getting out of the way, and you're allowing that energy that's already naturally around us all the time. You're allowing that to come in. I want to pause and just see if Rebecca wants to add anything.
It's just so good. I'm over here like, yes. I was thinking to specifics, like Candy mentioned she wants to be courted, right? And there's a belief around men courting. So when Chelsea's saying happy, you can think like courted. Like, what's the bar that you hold? Like, each of us, we hold the unique like template for deep love. Right? We hold the template for deep love. We hold that bar, and we invite them into it. And like Chelsea's saying, they love it. Like, the truth is, every man is most free in his divine masculine. And when we trust and we believe in that, because it does exist in our world. So when we say, you know, I'm willing to experience that and to see that and to illuminate that, then that's when we experience it. Mm-hmm. It's not all of a sudden it happens and then we believe it. It starts with our faith, our belief, and we hold that template, right? And maybe it's holding the template of I'm courted, right? He's showing up in a way that is adoring and like this protective energy that honors the feminine. I don't mean like helicopter protection or like, you know, holding you small. That's very different. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to tie it back to like when Chelsea's saying happy, just thinking about what is that for you? What is that bar that you know you want, that you haven't been experiencing, that you then get to hold the template for and invite into your life?
This is totally what we wanted to talk about today, and I was forgetting it. So thank you, babe, for saying that. And I want to ask you guys and have you share in the comments, what is that bar? What is your standard that you're so excited to bring into dating And if there's women here who are in a relationship, same thing. What is it that you're really, really ready and desiring to call into your current relationship? And so I'm going to just let it be open-ended here, but you can go into how you want to feel, how you want to be treated. Are you hearing a little echo too, babe? Did you hear that?
Yeah, is that on?
I don't know. It's gone.
I also realized with the bonus calls, that's totally my fault. It looks like you said May 18th at 2 p.m., May 19th at 2 p.m., and May 20th at 12 p.m. Pacific. Is that what you have? Okay, so the calendar invites that went out, which we can change them, it's up to you, but the ones that have been in their calendars, which is totally my bad, is today at 4 p.m. Central, so 2 p.m. your time, tomorrow at 2 p.m. your time, and again the 19th at 12 p.m. your time. So it's more so everything's the same except for today and Friday. It's more so, are you available to go today, or do you want us to?
I can move it to those times.
Okay, perfect. I'm so sorry, babe. That I looked. I'm like, wait, what happened there? Like, I think it was old ones that we set before Colette. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm glad we figured that out for you guys. So Chelsea is going live today. That makes it a lot easier too, because all the emails reminders are set for everyone.
So it would be for me 2 p.m. Pacific today and tomorrow, and then Thursday 12 p.m. Pacific.
Yes, and I'm gonna add you these.
Back to that. I'm like, I know this is an energy leak in my mind because I'm like, oh no, I want them to come to the right time.
Does that feel good? So if I was distracted, you guys, at the beginning of this live, I was literally just figuring that out.
I could feel her, and I'm like, how do we navigate this?
It was perfect. I was just doing it. I'm like, I'm just gonna figure it out now so we know.
I'm glad, because I'm like, we need to talk about all 3 dates if we're gonna talk about it, and I didn't know if we wanted to live, but we just didn't. It was fine.
We're all sitting, remember, like we said, day one, we're all sitting in my bedroom in our pajamas, which it's kind of a mess right now, so I'm not going to show it to you. And I'm like doing laundry and stuff. But we're hanging out in my bedroom, literally, you know, having the best time ever, giving you guys the most powerful wisdom to transform your love's life. That's the level of trust we want you guys to have with us. If only we could all teleport and be in like onesies and have popcorn. I love popcorn. I don't even have a microwave though. I always text my neighbor. I'm like, will you pop my popcorn? I'll give you a bag. Like literally all the time. So I always buy extra popcorn. Anyways, side tangent.
I wish we lived close together, but Rebecca's going to come see me so soon, and we're going to create that here.
Yeah.
So excited. Perfect. So yes, I would love for you guys to share in the comments. I believe Candy might have just shared it, and I'm going to read that. What are your standards? What are your standards that you're ready to live into and experience and receive from men if you're single and dating? How do you want to feel? How do you want to be treated? Go as specific as you are clear as to what you want. So if you like deep down know what you want, I'm going to read Candy's because I feel like she did this and I love it. She says, hell yes, I'm going to be courted and taken out to candy dinners and parties. Candy, maybe she meant fancy, dinners and parties, and bought amazing gifts to be adored and adorned. I have never experienced this, and I'm ready to call it in. I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, Candy is saying previous partner. Yeah, you meant to say fancy. Okay, I figured. Context clues. Fancy dinners and parties and bought amazing gifts. She's saying that her previous partner was judging her for her desires. And yeah, and it takes so much courage to have that come towards you and be like, that's not my truth. And that's about you, not about me. And to still boldly keep those high standards. That is a part of this, right?
Can I speak on this really quick? Just because I feel like this will be so helpful. This is where the queen in you uses discernment and trust of your intuition. Because when you have someone who's projecting X, Y, and Z onto you, if you're not using discernment of this is mine and this is yours, and you're taking it on, you're in that dynamic of having a low sense of self. And as you have a healthy sense of self, right? The queen has a healthy sense of self. The queen practices discernment. The queen, it's so funny. I just actually had a beautiful moment where I got to practice this right before, literally 5 minutes before we went live. I'm like, this is perfect. Where you trust your intuition and discern between what's being said and what you know is true for you versus letting go of that sense of self and being like, maybe they're right, I am money or like whatever, even if you don't think that they're right, but entertaining that sort of behavior, right? And then as you come into yourself, you are holding, like we shared that deep template for love of like, this is what I know is true, and this is what I desire, and this is what I'm available for. And you will no longer will you be in a really ever even entertain a man who would ever say anything like that to you. You just won't be open to it. You won't be available for it. And it's that's the level. Hi, Fabian's on here. Good. I'm happy you're liking this. So holding that bar, and you see the type of people you attract and how they show up shift, right? I love Mo says no more self-abandoning or settling. Absolutely. Yeah. So it's also, and it's never to make, like, I look at previous relationships where I'm like, wow, I really didn't trust myself. You know, I really like, it's such an opportunity and such a gift, even though it wasn't easy, but to come into like discernment, and this is what I know, this is my experience, and I trust what I want, and I trust my intuition, and I know that XYZ is or isn't true. That's yours. So discernment is very important, and it's such an opportunity. And it's also when we're not holding the discernment and that template, it's also impossible for them to see themselves clearly, for the man to then see himself clearly, right? Because then we're wavering, we're unsure, right? And then there's no mirror. When we're like actually just holding that bar, or even sometimes that looks like a boundary, sometimes that looks like this is what I desire, whatever that is, and we're still in that, and we're strong in that, and we're clear on that, then there's that space for them to go, maybe their program is going to glitch, like who knows, right? If it's your person or not. So I love that what we're really wanting to impress upon you is the power of the template, is the power of the bar that you hold, influencing the experience that you have and how the person shows up. And that's such a gift, right? Because as you guys are all declaring these beautiful things, Jessica, like, I want to be cherished, held, and protected, and connected with it on a deep, intimate level, and fully respected. Like, that's so powerful. Mm-hmm. And to truly know I'm a woman worthy of respect. Mm. Game over.
Won.
Yes, game over. You know. So and you will start to have, as you guys are holding this bar, which we're gonna give you a specific challenge today, you're gonna then start to have the evidence of like, wow, by me holding this template in this bar, not in a way with resistance or but in a way of like, I'm like so open to this, like, let's go. And it's this beautiful flow that will just skyrocket from that, and that's what we want from you guys. And one other thing I wanted to mention as Chelsea was talking is something really cool, which we'll tell you more about at the end of this live, is Ravishing Love, the long-term high touch experience program. Is one of my favorite things that Chelsea does is have women share, I am the woman who. So really continuing to anchor into, who are you, right? I'm the woman who is courted. I'm the woman who is adored. I'm the woman who loves deeply. I'm the woman who is playful and free, like whatever that is, and consistently melting and growing into those areas that allow you to be in that river, to be in that just golden flow of experiencing the type of love that you truly want to call in. So I wanted to share that the one part of many million parts that's amazing inside Ravishing Love, because it was coming through so strongly when you were talking.
Thank you, babe. I love that you brought it there. There's something I'm gonna hopefully put a pin in and remember to say, but on that, I'm such a big fan of identity work, and how like every possible identity that you could imagine that exists or doesn't exist yet, every possible identity is available to us. Mm-hmm. So the identity of the woman who men want to make happy exists and is available to you. And what I love about this is he responds to you, right? Life responds to you. You have the choice to step into new identities. What I love about this is that you don't have to wait on anyone or anything external to change to decide to basically reinvent yourself and therefore reinvent your entire life, therefore reinvent your entire love life. And obviously this, like the coach in me just nerds out on this topic forever and ever. And I love it because it's so playful and it's so creative, and you can just decide to renew yourself in every single moment and start acting like her and embodying her and dressing like her. And what we love about challenges is it's an opportunity to really play with this concept we're talking about and just dabble, right? Like sample the menu of what happens, what's the feedback I get from my environment when I try on this identity and I try on this identity. And it's through having those moments of feedback, of the positive feedback ultimately, which is always a huge theme in these challenges, right? Getting that positive feedback, what it does to your logical mind is it grounds you, and it's like, oh, that's a piece of evidence that people really do want to make me happy. Maybe you start with people and then you move towards men specifically, right? But like, this person opened the door for me, or this person bought my coffee, or this person smiled at me, or, you know, this person did what I asked them to do, whatever. So by
I love you. Sorry. I don't know why that made me laugh.
I'm like trying not to give away the challenge for today without like
This person did what can I touch one thing really quick?
I was gonna use a different phrase and then I stopped myself. Go ahead.
I love this. We're making y'all dangerous. No, in the best way possible. But when we're saying like men want to make me happy or people want to make me happy, know that when we live in that joy frequency, when we live in that beautiful exchange, right? As we shared, when everyone was, I say y'all, I've been living in Texas not even that long, but when you look down on earth and you see, like, what do you want to see on earth? I want to see heaven on earth, right? What do you want? What do you want to see? What's important to you? What's your soul say? What does your heart say? You hold beautiful keys. You hold gifts, right? That so much in you. What do you want to see? So when we everything that we share is to support in creating this and to support you in having this in your life and your experience. So when we're sharing, like, men want to make you happy, know that what's beautiful is as you're trusting and you're believing that the world will respond to you, right? Or men will respond to you, people will respond to you. You're carrying that joy frequency, so you are giving it as well. There's this equal exchange that's happening from this inexhaustible resource of joy and love, right? So as you're showing up, like, okay, I'm trusting this, and I know this. There's something that you're emanating, right? So also I want to anchor that in, and then think about the contrast of when we it's so funny when we sometimes in doing this, we watch people go really far to the other side of the spectrum, or even in making certain requests, they can go like, right, like a little.
I want to talk about that too. Perfect.
Never know before, but just I wanted to anchor that in, because it's not like we're showing up saying make me happy. It's like, no, we're trusting and knowing that there's this beautiful exchange of joy and harmony, that there's that timeline that exists, and as I know that, I'm being that and I'm inviting that, and then that loop that's powerful for everyone I come into contact with and in my relationship is happening. And that's all I wanted to mention. That
I love that, babe. And I love how you brought up trust. I believe you said trust. That's important. And that's what this is about. It's not about demanding. It's not about, so I wanted to talk about some archetypes Rebecca and I have shared in the past that are so relevant to this in a minute about that, and like what that demanding energy is coming from. But ultimately what allows us to stay in the graceful queen energy, which is not demanding. It's not critical or controlling or aggressive. It's just like, to me, it's someone who loves themselves, knows they're worthy, knows what they want, and is a graceful receiver of it. And it predominantly is what they receive in their lives over and over and over. And it's just so easy and effortless because it's who they are. Again, at the identity work there. But a big piece that we wanted to highlight today for you is that this comes from trusting, right? It comes from trusting that men, as you're dating, do have that desire to make you happy, right? Trusting that they are capable, trusting that you're worthy of it. All these things, like when we have trust, that's what allows this to be this seamless giving and receiving of the joy and the harmony that she's talking about, right? Kelsey says, I'm the woman who is a graceful receiver. Yes, you are. I love that. Let's do some I am the woman who phrases.
Yes, please.
Feel free to jump in, you guys. We're inviting you. Not even just feel free, but
I love that Jackie's having popcorn. I'm jealous. Are you in Austin? Bring me some. I love popcorn. You guys, give me my address. You can send me popcorn. Look at you, Chelsea. We were asking earlier, like, what's the bar that you want to hold, right? As we're saying, and this is perfect, that I am the woman who can be connected to the bar that you want to hold, that you know there's room for you to grow into, to allow that love, to allow that relationship, to allow that dynamic into your life. So when you're saying I'm the woman who, what is that for you, right? Knowing that he responds to you. It could even be I'm the woman who's asked out by attractive men. A big theme or something that we see often as women feel like the men that they like don't like them, right? And meaning like a man that maybe they are physically attracted to and is also emotionally present and wants commitment and how about your babies, right? Like they think it's like an either or, like he has to be ugly and boring or whatever, not attractive. So that may be it for you. Like I'm the woman who is asked out by a man who I find attractive. So what is that template? What is that bar? And I want you to share in the comments, especially if you don't feel like it, and especially if you haven't commented yet. I want you to comment, right? Because this is also a relationship here that we're all having, and we're inviting you into connection with us. Remember, we're sitting in my living room I do have a really furry rug.
So
having popcorn and pajamas.
I love it. Earlier, Carolina says, I want to be courted, asked out, get flowers, have a date planned, get compliments. So we would just be like, so if you did comment, take exactly what you said, and we're going to take it a step further, like Rebecca is saying, and say, I am the woman who gets asked out, gets flowers, has dates planned. Oh my gosh, I'm getting chills. Just saying that and feeling that energy shift. It's really like you're owning it. Jessica says, I am the woman who fully loves and accepts myself and draws in a trusting, beautiful relationship. I love that. So beautiful. So beautiful.
Yes, Jessica, you are.
Yes, you are.
I know Jessica, and she's so adorable. Like I literally fell in love with you. Wow. Like you're just so easy to adore and to love, and I just want to mirror that to you. So.
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. I feel it even though I haven't met you. Kelsey's doing another one. Oh, actually 3 people commented at the same time. Okay, we'll read all. We'll start with Erica. Erica says, I am the woman who is worthy of receiving the man of my dreams with ease.
Wow.
Yes, you are. And I will invite you to say another version of that if it feels good to you, of I am the woman who receives the man of my dreams with ease. You're open to it. But I do love that you put the worthiness in there, and that does have its own powerful frequency too. But like that could be another fun one too. For you, Erica, thank you for sharing. Julie says, I am the woman who is filled with unconditional love, kindness, and open to receive all the love and support the universe has to offer in relationship and partnership. Yes, you are.
Yes.
Wow.
And Julie, you were at the Shift Experience, correct? You stood up and shared about your experience. I want to make sure that I want to connect and make sure that's you. And if it's not, that's okay. Okay.
Cool. Kelsey says, I am the woman who gets what she deserves. How about and more? She says, or more. And more. I love that. I am the woman who is safe in love. I am open, discerning, and free. Oh, I feel the power of that for you, Kelsey. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
So good. Kelsey, I freaking love you, girl.
Oh,
so much. I'm like connecting back to being with you in Sedona, and you're so special and unique. And I just see you in love with the most incredible man who just adores you and your kids. I see that so clearly for you.
Me too. That's giving me chills feeling that for you, Kelsey. I really feel him right around the corner.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, keep us posted.
I love that is you, Julie. I just want to say that's amazing. Okay, when I was reading on the Facebook, I'm like, and I went to your profile this morning and I was commenting. I'm like, I think this is her. So I'm so happy that you're here again. Your shifts were so powerful and beautiful and inspiring. And Julie, you guys, if you go on the Facebook group also, and you can read everyone's comments, there's really inspiring when some people are doing the challenges, and like Julie shared in the Facebook group, she's like, I wanted to vomit. Right? So I'm like, good for you. When you feel uncomfortable, that's not a bad sign, because we need discomfort with bravery. Side note. But keep reading these, Chelsea Clem. I'm loving this.
I love that. Yeah. Carolina, I love, she posted this. I am the woman who is courted, asked out, gets flowers, has a date planned, gets compliments, gets romantic gestures, has him claim me as his partner. Oh, baby, that claim part. Yes. Oh my gosh, I really resonate with that statement personally. I love that. Yes, you are that woman. You are that woman. Elizabeth says, I am a woman who is authentic, comfortable, and playful, and receives men who are grounded, consistent, and deep. Ooh, I love how specific this is. Yes, you are. You are that woman, Elizabeth.
I like the dog picture too, with its little tongue. So cute.
With like a little headband thing on. Yeah. That's your vibe. That's your vibe, Rebecca.
Look at all of these. This is so good.
So powerful. Notice how it feels in your body as you guys are claiming this.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I didn't skip one. Okay.
Mo would be next, or Erica.
Yeah, I think you did it. Yeah, you did that. I am the woman who receives the man of my dreams with ease. I love that. Thank you. Yay! Just like a little bit more poignant there. Talks with Mo. I am the woman worthy of calling in an attractive masculine, but can easily slip into his feminine man with a wonderful sense of humor, intelligent, deep mind. I love that. And I would also offer you that same feedback of taking it one step further, and because you are worthy of this. And I think it'd be powerful to say, I am the woman who has an attractive masculine, et cetera, or whatever would be just a one step further of claiming that you are the woman who has that. If you're open to that invitation, feel free to share that. This is so fun. I want to read a few more. I feel like everyone's getting activated by this. Candy, I am the woman who is courted, adored, and celebrated. I am the woman who is treated with as much love and appreciation that I give. Yes. I am asked out by men I find physically and emotionally attractive. Yes. Yes, you are. Good. Claim that. Oh my God.
I have an idea. What if you guys, everyone who wrote this, also right now, write it in past present tense. I'm the woman who, meaning I'm the woman who attracted A.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I love that. Or for Carolina, it's I'm the woman who got this. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's powerful. So good. There's one thing I wanted to say about the queen energy and the archetypes that I think is funny and relatable. But I'm going to read a couple more and then we'll keep going. Michelle, I am the woman who is adored, appreciated, and loves deeply. I'm the woman who is ready to receive the man of my dreams. So that will be, I am the woman who received the man of her dreams, which is so exciting. I hold this beautiful key to unlock my heart's desires fearlessly. I am open. Yes, you are, Michelle. That last phrase, I really felt that really powerfully. Okay, Mandy, and then I'm just going to share this point real quick about the queen energy, which I think will be entertaining. Mandy says, I am the woman that effortlessly attracts emotionally available, dynamic, evolved, kind, attractive, mature, confident, healthy, strong, and stable masculine energy. Yum! That's
the attitude too.
And also, I'm a woman that is chosen, courted, and pursued for the woman I am today, and welcomes it all with so much gratitude and graciousness. Wow, melts my heart, you guys. This is all so freaking good. Yes, you guys are. Yes, you are, Mandy. You all are. So something that this conversation or something Rebecca was saying that reminded me of was we have shared about these archetypes. So obviously the goal for today is to be in this energy of the queen, where you are in an empowered, graceful way, sharing with the world around you what you would desire, what makes you feel good, what you love, so that, you know, we're not expecting people to read our minds. We're embodying it, and we have the power to use our voice, right? Which I think is so beautiful after yesterday, when a lot of that voice activation came up just organically through your guys' feedback. So today we get to really practice using your voice and like put that in action. But something that I find helpful when we're exploring this is to look at the other two archetypes, just to bring awareness and even a little bit of humor to where maybe this isn't as easy for us, and just to like wrap that archetype in love and actually like have a comparison of like, hey, it's not that, it's this. So we have the queen archetype, which is what we're inviting you into. There's also the doormat archetype and what we like to call the ice queen, or the Cruella de Vil. Is that no Devil Wears Prada.
Cruella de Vil works perfect though.
I know it works. I get
like that.
It's so similar. The doormat energy, the doormat archetype would be the woman who really, really struggles to say it at all, right? So that was kind of my example I shared of recently. You know, I don't think I resonated quite with being a doormat because I wasn't having my boundaries crossed, but I was in the energy of not using my voice and kind of expecting my husband to read my mind, and like not standing in that empowered place of, this is what would feel so good to me and this is what I need, or like, yeah, I will use that word need with him, and he resonates. So the doormat, we want to just, you know, love the parts of us where we see ourselves in that, and love, maybe you can think back to, oh, I really was the doormat in these two relationships or in that relationship, and just bringing love to that right now. And so that's really why I wanted to go into these. It's just for some reflection, right? Of like, this is who I was, this is who I am now. And so the doormat, I would say, is the woman who really is pretty voiceless and ends up, you know, not getting her needs and desires met, not having her boundaries respected because she's not standing in it, and she's certainly not telling anyone what they are. So how can that unfold, right? And underneath that, there's this fear that if I, again, going back to trust, there's a lack of trust that if she speaks what it is that she desires or needs, there's this fear that they're going to leave or attack her or whatever, that there's a lack of safety in her using her voice and, you know, telling someone what will make her happy and what she needs. So we're just going to blanket that with so much love. Please share a 1 in the comments if you can think back to moments where you were in that archetype. I would love to see that.
1.
A 1.
I'm like giving a 1.
Okay, like, yes. She's like, 1 over here. Yeah. Candy says doormat in all past relationships, including friendships, but not anymore. Oh, I feel you. Kelsey says 1. Julie says 1. Carolina, Erica, thank you guys so much for sharing this vulnerably.
Yeah.
Michelle. Yeah. So we're just bringing so much love to that space, and inviting what it would feel like to trust that your needs, boundaries, desires are going to be honored, right? So not necessarily forcing yourself to trust overnight, but just being open to what it would feel like, right? Playing with the energy of trust. And we'll give the challenge in a minute because we're like right up against it. Like, this is just leading perfectly into what we want to challenge you guys to do today. And I will share, it seems like this is maybe the more resonant archetype in the space right now, but I do want to share the other one that I can relate to as well. That just defining like that Devil Wears Prada archetype. So similarly, when we don't trust that we're going to be respected, that we're going to be honored, that we're going to have our needs met, we can kind of bounce, we can like rubber band snap the other direction in a way. I don't know if it's rubber band, but
Swing.
Yeah, swing. Like the pendulum can swing in the other direction, where because there's a lack of trust, there ends up being, we compromise for that, or we compensate for that by going into demanding energy or aggression. And that's where you know, I feel like you can, people watch this pattern at restaurants or like anywhere where there's like service being provided and there's someone who comes in into an idle and comes in an entitled energy or a demanding energy. There's underneath that, there's like the scared little girl or there's a scared little boy who's like does not think that they're going to be honored. So they feel the need to like puff their chest out and like be demanding or be bitchy or be critical, right?
Yeah.
Julie says the compromise energy resonates so much. Do you mean the compensate? Because I know I said compromise, but that is how I used to be. Yeah, so if you guys relate to this one, and maybe it wasn't like a super dominant pattern, but you know you've had moments of being in that, I definitely feel like when I'm at my wit's end and I'm tired or like I've just been, my needs haven't been met, and then like I don't trust that I'm gonna have my needs met, sometimes I'll even snap at my husband and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. What is this about? A little angry monster coming out. And he calls me his tornado. Does he call me his tornado? Yeah, he used to call me that, Greg, when that one would come out. And so just sharing it, share too in the comments if you can relate to that. You started to say compromise, then change it to compensate. Okay, but you resonate with that. Yeah. Jessica says also relate to this after being a doormat. I shifted into this. Thank you for saying that. That's often what happens is like we're ultimately, that's a wounded feminine energy, not to get in our heads, but to me, the doormat energy is like an extreme wounded feminine, passive, gets walked over. And then the Devil Wears Prada energy is a wounded masculine, which is like, let me assert dominance over you and be aggressive and try to bully. You know, that's an extreme version of it, but like bully people into giving me what I need and want. So neither strategy works. We haven't already established that. Neither.
Or it does create, can I share something really quick?
Yeah.
It does create a result, but is it the result you really want? So just connecting this back to he responds to you. If you're choosing to be the doormat unconsciously or consciously, it'll continue to elicit actually that other person being in the high, super inflated sense of self that can then walk on the doormat. So you keep that dynamic going. If you're being the Devil Wears Prada, right, it's going to attract and influence probably doormat type of people into your life who have a very low sense of self, and then also what you're illuminating in them. So I wanted to connect it back to the theme of he responds to you.
Thank you, babe. Exactly. Neither strategy is going to give you the true love vision you have for your love life at all. It's going to give you something else that is obviously not what we want. And I love that you connected that. Exactly. Everyone is responding to you. And we have the power. You know, I think I said this yesterday that I've been with my husband for 8 years now. And we have the power to illuminate parts of our partner. Like, it's just amazing how instantly I receive his feedback based on how I'm being and what I'm embodying and what I'm believing about him. And that's what's so fun is like this work really never ends. So what's so fun about dating is you get to practice the queen energy, right? That graceful queen energy who trusts and who gracefully, lovingly requests, right? And shares what she wants and what she loves. You get to practice that. And then you get to master that shit in relationship. These things don't go away. Yeah, they don't go away. And they continue to serve you, and they continue to give you the power to create the exact kind of life and relationship that you want. And that's what Rebecca and I are so excited about, and love that you guys are playing with this week and today with this. So in a moment, I'm going to give today's challenge, but I wanted to just read a couple more comments. You guys are so sweet. I love how engaged you are. Like I could be here for like 3 hours.
I know.
With you in the chat. So Elizabeth says, I do get assertive and not embodied at all when I feel compromised or unheard. Oh gosh, I feel you. I resonate with that. And just, I love that the invitation is to bring so much love to that part of us, which very well could be our inner child, which I know we talked a little bit about yesterday. We'll go so deep into that I forget which day it is, but in one of the bonus calls, I think it's the last one, into our inner child and how to work with that so that in the moment when we're feeling challenged and we're wanting to put the Devil Wears Prada hat on, right? Or we wanted to go into the doormat energy, we know how to alchemize that and move forward with grace, with an open heart. and really be there for ourselves. That's where the work really happens. That's like predominantly what we're doing inside my program, which we'll talk about in a minute too, is learning how to be with all these parts of ourselves and navigate that energy, and supporting you and having the strength to walk forward in alignment with what you really want, who you really want to be, right? The woman who has all those things that you guys shared and has that divine love relationship. This has been so powerful. Yes, absolutely relating to it. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Kelsey. Candy says, so true. When I started to speak up in my friendships after being a doormat forever, it ended friendships because they did not like being in the Devil Wears Prada energy. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. It's instant feedback, right? Yeah, this is not easy, but it's so powerful. And just knowing that you can, like, getting excited about the types of friendships and potential partners you're going to attract, or you maybe already have experienced this, but going to attract from the queen energy who sits on that throne and is like, this is what I want. And like, I'm not going to force you to do it because I know I get to have it. And I love you and I love myself. And you're either going to meet my standard or you're not. If my king is coming, my king is already mine. Like, that's the vibe. So we'll go into the challenge for today. So today we're inviting you to state a desire that you have with this energy of trust. And it can be someone that you're close to. It can be, if you're in a relationship, it can be to your partner. It can be someone that you're on a date with or that you're dating. And it could also be a stranger. So that's where we last left it, but Rebecca, feel free to add to that. But it really can be with any type of person where you're going to practice making a request from this energy of the queen that we're talking about. And that could be, so some phrases you can use is, I would love blank, or it would feel so good to me if you could blank, or could you please blank, that would make me feel so blank, 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 right? So we're weaving in that feminine energy, and you guys can practice it. I would invite you to practice before you do it, and just notice, like, okay, does this, like, you can have this, I'm like doing the scales right here, like doormat queen, Devil Wears Prada. Like, you can be like, how does this feel, right? The way I phrase that, is my energy coming from doormat still, even if I'm using the phrases that I just said? And just kind of practice how it feels in your body, and then practice. And this is not about being perfect. Honestly, just you being willing to play in this energy, especially if you can relate to the doormat, right? Just being willing to practice making a request alone is going to be so, so, so powerful for you. And I want you guys to take the pressure off of needing to do this right or do it perfectly, but practice, and practice being in that energy of trusting that this is what you get to have. So, like, do this out in the world. Go ahead, Rebecca. I feel like you're going to say something.
I'm thinking, and I'm totally going to do this with you guys today. There's like a request I've been wanting to make that I've been putting off for months with my dad. So I'm going to call him and ask him. I'm committed to being in the challenge with you guys. So that feels good to just declare, and it was also uncomfortable.
I did mine on Thursday with Greg.
I was like, I'm already done. So a good way to identify a challenging one is really look at, like, what's something that I've been needing that I haven't been asking for, or where am I losing my energy? Where have I been losing my energy? That's usually an indicator of maybe a boundary that needs to happen, and or a request that needs to happen. And all of these requests don't need to necessarily be boundaries. The one I'm going to ask for isn't a boundary. It has been in the past, right? So looking at, like, an opportunity, I love how Chelsea said, is this doormat? It's like, and then finding that, like, beautiful sovereign middle space inside you, and requesting from that place. So it could also be that you see the barista, like one of the women here, Monet, was interested in the barista. It could be that you go give your number to him today because you know where he works, and you say, I would love to go out with you. That could be it. And I challenge you to do that if you're open to it. And then it could be in a friendship. It could be a parent. It's the important piece is that you challenge yourself to step into the woman who, and that you push your own edge. And then you get to experience the new response. So that's what I wanted to highlight. And if you want to know what is that area, look at like, where do you lose your energy, or where have you been needing something that you're not requesting because you're assuming that they can't meet your standards, right? That's common too. People assume that then they put someone in a box and they already know their behaviors. Well, what's the point? They're not going to change. That's actually a very sneaky way for your ego to not be vulnerable. Right? Mo said, OMG, Rebecca, I literally thought about doing that. Is this another sign? Yes, it is. I was wondering if that was you the whole time, because I'm like, I think Talks with Mo is Monet. Am I saying your name right? I'm like, I think that's her.
I love this. Yeah, thank you for that, Rebecca, because I'm like, I wasn't sure if we wanted it to be just a random request of like, oh, will you please get me this, or a deeper one. It sounds like you guys really get to feel into what aligns with you. And I love that you said push your edge.
Yeah.
Because it's like, the more with all these challenges and with the work that Rebecca and I do and the work that we do in the coaching program that we're going to talk about, it's like the more uncomfortable you get, the bigger the healing, the bigger the transformation.
Yep.
And the faster you're going to bust through your blocks that are keeping love out, right? The faster you're going to link up with that version of you that has it, that has the love, that has the respect from this amazing man and is adored in all these things. And so I think I love that you brought that up, Rebecca, and just you guys get to really hold yourself to that high bar that we're holding you to, because we're not with you in the room in real life to do it with you. So you guys get to take this invitation of this challenge and feel into what is going to be my expander, what's going to be the most expansive for me, because that is going to be the most freeing. That's going to bring me into the most, like, the you-iest you is what I'm thinking of. I hate that phrase, but it's like, what do I say? It's going to bring you into your authentic alignment and your truth, where your full magnetism is for the kind of love you want. That's so true. Learn that shift from Rebecca. Yes, I love that, Candy. Carolina says, I think I finally thought of a way to say it as a queen. I love that. To your comment before that, I'm going out of order. Carolina says, so I kept thinking what to say, how to say it, or if not to say anything. And I kept like going back and forth with not saying it right, but saying it this way is really aggressive. Yes. So you were doing that. That's that balancing act, right? So take that inventory, but then move forward, right? Like, hopefully you're not going to be in such a high stakes place where, like, I think our nervous system thinks that everything is really high stakes when it comes to this, because it can be so uncomfortable. And I think having so much love for that part of ourselves that's challenged by this challenge, because that's what it is a challenge. And recognizing that, like, doing it is so much more powerful than not doing it all. Doing it messy, like embrace the mess. That's the only way we learn, is through practicing. And if we can take the pressure off and see that dating, like going back to something Rebecca said the first day, dating is about you, right? This is all, it's all a journey of self-discovery. It's all a place for you to get mirroring, right? Of, okay, what is this thing that I get to learn about me? And oh, this like playful curiosity, right? We want to weave that in. That's the only way I would do it. If something's really challenging, you have to weave that energy in. Otherwise, we're digging our heels in the sand. We're like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Chelsea, when she was little, her mom tried to put her in her car seat and she just did straight body.
But I was like apparently extremely strong as like a little toddler.
Straight body kick on car
I was
seat.
just like going to a plank, not a plank, but yeah, like a plank board, like really strong. And she couldn't force me in that seat. I heard someone say this, and I don't know who coined it, but that you pick like this idea that we picked our parents, and like you picked the only two people in this world that couldn't control you. That's who your parents are. We're like, oh shit, I think my parents would attest to that about me and that trait there. Anyways, that's what that reminded me of. Okay, beautiful. Is there anything else? I know I could just go on and on. I freaking love you guys so much and your beautiful comments. But is there anything else that, Rebecca, that you want to add? How are we doing on time, in your opinion?
Good. I'm really excited for us to share with you guys about Ravishing Love and that opportunity to continue to receive high-level support like this to attract your dream partner. And also a reminder, there's the bonus call today at 2 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Central. And it's Zoom, so those in that to access that, it's inside your calendar. And then there you'll have a call again tomorrow, a bonus call, and then also a one the following day. So there's 3. So take advantage of those, because you get to get custom coaching, feedback to support you, and also celebrate each other. And
Yeah.
lean into your challenges. We are at the very end, I'll announce the challenge winner as well. I won't forget to do that. And yeah, lean into this, play in that energy. That energy, that archetype already exists. And it's about you making the decision to embody it and to bring it to life through your vessel, right? So allow this to be a really fun, expansive exercise for you. And I'll let Chelsea go ahead and share more about Ravishing Love. And we also have a special discount for you guys for having been a part of this challenge, because it shows to us that you are committed to your love life. You're committed to yourself, right? Because we attract a certain caliber of woman, and it's important that each person is truly ready to receive the love of their life, right? And to be in that energy. So that's important to us. So we want to reward you with that, and we'll share what that discount is as well. But I'll pass it to you, babe.
Yes. I'm so excited about this. So I did want to say, like, I'm personally inviting, imagine me like talking one-on-one to each of you, inviting you to these bonus calls with me. It's going to be so intimate and so connected. And something that I love about offering these is it really is a sneak peek into what it's like inside my program, The Feminine Way to Ravishing Love, which is a powerful high touch group coaching program. There's some questions in the comments we'll get to in a minute. Thank you guys there. And Rebecca might be able to respond to some, but so The Feminine Way to Ravishing Love is my signature high touch group coaching program. It is a party in there. We work with the most incredible women, like Rebecca was just saying, women who are so committed to the vision that they have for themselves, for their lives, for their dream relationship. We do such powerful, deep work in this space together. I stand shoulder to shoulder with you. I hold your hand. We all are holding hands in this space, supporting each other in being the woman who, like exactly what you all talked about today. So I mentioned this yesterday, like it's like having bumpers on the, like when you're bowling and you put the bumpers up, right? So this program, my support, the support of our amazing support coach, the support of each other, imagine it like putting these bumpers up as you're bowling and you're like throwing that ball and you're wanting to go straight in the middle. And that's you like hitting that target and attracting your dream relationship. This space cradles you and supports you in staying in your truth, staying in your power, staying in your heart, staying open, right? And staying in the game with everything that we're doing in this challenge. Ultimately, you know, it's more than 3 days, right? Like hopefully you've had massive breakthroughs. You're going to have massive breakthroughs today from our bonus calls as well. But we created this program because we know that this is truly just the beginning. Mm-hmm. And we don't want you guys to have to continue this work on your own if you're wanting to be held, if you're wanting to be guided and supported as you attract that dream relationship. And so just imagine being supported by me, you know, another amazing coach as well, Andrea, who I know Rebecca knows and loves. She's incredible, so talented. She's been Rebecca's client. She's gone through all of my training. She's an amazing, amazing coach.
And it's the most beautiful relationship ever. Her story is amazing. So you guys will get to hear her story as you work with her too.
Yes, she's such a wealth of knowledge and wisdom. And I love that we get to have her as a coach in this program.
She's fun.
She's fun. So I said, yeah, she's fun. Like I love her. I adore her. I'm so grateful to have her. And so just imagine like having that support and having the support of sisters who are on this path, who are wanting to expand and be in their heart space, right? I know a lot of women come to this work and they're like the only woman possibly in their life who are willing to see men differently, who are willing to see themselves differently, who are willing to believe that they really can have true love and that that is meant for them. And we know, Rebecca and I know how challenging it is to hold that high frequency of your desires on your own, right? When you don't have a community that's doing the work with you and you don't have a community that's mirroring back to you all this evidence that men want to make us happy and that this love is possible and all that. So I'm so excited to be your guide and to invite you into this space where like I said, I hold your hand, I walk shoulder to shoulder with you on the path as you reclaim these lost parts of yourselves, right? As you reclaim the queen energy we're talking about today, reclaim your voice, reclaim your power, reclaim your magnetism, your inner child, which you guys know I'm all about that. As you reclaim all of this so that you can truly magnetize that dream relationship the fact that you want it, the fact that you're here. This is the universe. Someone mentioned, is this a sign? It's a sign if you let it be. All of this is a sign, if you let it be, that your man, that dream relationship is right around the corner for you. And we're over here in this program just like cheering for you, being like, come, like it's gonna be so much easier in this space. Like, let's have so much fun on the journey to attracting him as you're dating, as you're going out there. I think a lot of women have a love-hate relationship with dating. And what we're all about in this space is bringing joy and fun and play to the dating process so that like the entire journey is pleasurable, from dating to getting to know your man to getting into committed relationship with your man. And so this is a space where with any questions that come up, with any blocks, you have a place to go and get custom coaching and get held through that so that you maintain those high standards that we're talking about and you maintain the embodiment of the woman who you want to be. Because we all get challenged in the dating process, right? There's moments where we want to hide. There's moments where we want to go into our wounds, right? Or we want to go into the doormat, or we want to go into the Devil Wears Prada. And by being in this space, it's like you might dip into it for a second, but you can't stay. It's like just by being in the space, you can't stay in those patterns. They dissolve in the space, and we support you and hold you. So I could go on and on. I know I'm like just spewing about it, but I'm so honored to be your guide. I'm so honored to get to lead this amazing group program. And if you're feeling called, if you're curious, we have a link to apply to the program. And that includes having a one-on-one consultation call with me, where I get to learn all about you, all about your dream relationship, and truly see if we are a fit for working together. And I'm so excited. I already feel so connected to you guys just from these 3 days, you know, in these lives. And so I can't wait to connect with you in that intimate space as well and see how I can support you and see if we're a fit.
And when you apply before Friday as well, at midnight, you receive a $1,000 credit off of the program as well to support you in what we shared, the positive action bonus. So it's special to you guys. This isn't, we're not sharing this publicly. So once we do share it, the applications will come in, the spots will be filled. So definitely jump on this. You guys are, it's cool. You guys are eligible for that. I'm putting the link in there for you. You might have to, I accidentally didn't leave the space. Here we go. There we go. Sunita.
So Sunita is in the current program, and she just commented, I am so happy I decided to receive this kind of high support. I absolutely love it. Love you, Chelsea. Sunita, you're going to make me cry. The women, thank you for commenting that, Sunita. And we also have Kelsey in the previous round who is here as well. That round is still going. But thank you, Sunita, for commenting and showing us the energy of the type of women in this space. These women are on fire, committed to their visions, and they are showing up like 100% for themselves and for each other. And that's really the standard and the frequency of the women that come into this space. So I just wanted to paint that picture and show you like Sunita's energy. So thank you for commenting and just letting you know that there's so much love in this group. And a lot of women have never experienced a space that is that unconditionally loving and supportive and dissolving stories of shame. Like that's a theme that's happening as well. Just being able to be witnessed by each other in their truth and in their vulnerability. And I mean, that I could go on and on just about the value of having that level of sisterhood. Yeah. So just imagine all these pieces all together in one space, the high touch coaching supporting you through your unique blocks, transforming your unique patterns, plus the amazing sisterhood and support and community. So
you naturally calibrate. What's really cool, you guys, is why Chelsea and I are such big believers on group work is you naturally will calibrate to the consciousness and the energy of the group, with which it's like a quantum leap into the relationship that you desire, right? They say, you become your 5 closest friends. So there's Chelsea and the women holding the bar of what's possible for you, right? Think about the person who broke the 4-minute mile. They had to see someone break the 4-minute mile, and then tons of people started breaking it. That's literally what this program is. There's the 4-minute mile is broken. So you are entering into that consciousness. You are entering into that atmosphere and then you are receiving the basically codes to get woo, but you're receiving the possibility, the fields, you're around these energetic fields that are open to receiving an incredible love, and a love that you probably didn't see, or a relationship that maybe you didn't see your parents have, that you haven't actually witnessed. You're actually opening yourself up to something that's beyond your wildest dreams. We see it happen all the time. So that's this group, it's called group magnetism, and it's a very real thing. It's so fascinating to me. So the power of group is just irreplaceable, and we want you to have that momentum. So it's really special to invite you guys into this, and it's really special to also give you guys a special discount that other people aren't getting. So you get that when you apply before Friday at midnight. So I would I put the link there. You'll have to copy and paste it. And yeah, it's so special. And I come in as well, and I lead an Out in the World Challenge Day, which some of you already have experienced with me. I know Candy has, I know Kelsey has, I know other people on here have, and people most likely on the replay. It's literally, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with Out in the World Challenges because there's an intellect of the being that the mind can't comprehend, meaning as we give you a specific challenge to break through any resistance to love, any resistance to connection, any resistance to your magnetic confidence, we have you move through that in real time. You literally have to come out a new person who is available for that relationship, who is available for that intimacy, who is available for that play, or what it is that you are deeply desiring on a soul level, in partnership, in union, in life. So I come in and I lead a powerful Out in the World Challenge Day for you. That's included in this program as well. So I really look forward to getting to know you guys more. And what's fun about this is I get to customize them. So I get to customize the challenges for you guys, which is really, really special and fun. So I really look forward to that. And yay. She said, so Mo was at Fit for Service. Okay, so did you come up and talk to me? Awesome. So I led Out in the World Challenges at Aubrey Marcus's event called Fit for Service. And I wonder if that's how you found me, Monet. Is that how you found me? Yeah, she says so life-changing. I know. I'm obsessed, you guys. I'm obsessed. There it is.
It made me obsessed.
Yeah.
Like, I've gotten to be a part of this so many times now. And I mean, it is, in a way, we're doing miniature versions of it during this challenge. Just imagine. Yeah. Like Rebecca's saying, a custom version where she gets to know like all your patterns and unique challenges, and like give you one that's going to break you through and open your heart and change you forever. Like that's really what the program does. That's what the Out in the World Challenges do. Like we are so committed to you realizing that dream relationship. We're so committed, and it's something that it's not just, let me just attract that dream relationship. It's like, I want to have these breakthroughs that last a lifetime. I want to have a love that lasts a lifetime. That's what we are so committed to. And that's the depth of the work that we do, is it changes you, and you get to actually integrate it, right? I think we've all had like amazing experiences, but it's like a flash in the pan. You're held through a process where you anchor this, and it becomes who you are for the rest of your life. Yeah. Like that's the depth of the work that we do in this program, and the depth of what happens on that special day where she's going to come. I'm so excited for that. Like,
Candy did it at the last weekend at Shift Experience too.
There you go. Candy says it truly changed my life and freed me from deep fears. Yes, because it's so embodied. That's something that I really love about Rebecca. That's something I love about myself as well. Like what we do, the work we do is not a headspace thing. It's a deeply embodied transformation, and that is really the feminine embodiment path as well. That's why the title of the program is The Feminine Way to Ravishing Love. This is an embodiment practice. This is an embodiment journey where you literally have a rebirth. Like you birth a more whole version of you, a more true version of you that is already a match for your true love relationship that you desire. I know I could go on and on.
I want to highlight something really quick. Because, okay, Monet, I remember you now. She says, I did say hi, like at Fit for Service. I talked to you about my whole team bailing out on them. So what's interesting is when we led these challenges at Fit for Service, we gave them the night before, and then they had an opportunity to go do them the next morning. what happened, and this is a beautiful example of why we offer the program. What happened was there was too much of a time there was too much of a time lapse for people to sleep on the challenge and for their egos and their fears and the resistance to come up to take over and win and keep them in their old selves. Versus Monet committed and saw it through. Now at the shift experience, the way I had a more control to say or facilitating, I said, okay, we give the challenges and they go out and they have to do them right away, because the ego can be so crafty to want to keep us safe. Its natural desire is to protect. It's just a human thing. So that's why we also offer continued support, because we don't, right? This has been powerful, and we want you guys to continue this momentum and to continue to allow you to step into that version of yourself. So versus, right, when those stories can come and creep and take over, and then we kind of go back to where we were. That's the percentage of that happening is extremely high, and it's just a statistic that we know. So it's really special to offer the continued support to allow you to continue to deepen into that self and have people like Monet and who, you know, continue through. And even versus, I just want to acknowledge you, Monet, for even when you're certain people in your life were saying, you know, I'm not going to do this, I'm scared, you still showed up, right? And that's what we want, because we know that your results and that man lives on the other side. Yes, it'll literally freedom we all want. So
I love that. What's available on the other side is literal freedom. It's that man, that dream relationship. Thank you, babe, for saying that. Yeah, and it's not about judging the human part of ourselves. It's just about recognizing that, like, really, really owning what our old programs want to do. Our old programs want to keep running our lives. Like, we want to, there's a large part of us, like a very strong magnetic pull towards the familiar, towards what we're used to. And what we really want is to let you know and invite you to the space of, like, you don't need to do it alone. It is so much more fun and so much easier when you have those bumpers, right, to bowl with.
Yeah.
Which I know is like cheating. It's not the best. It can feel like cheating. That's not the best metaphor, but I like the visual of it, of, like, you can't F it up, right? When, like, you're in that space of being held, it's the bumpers on the bowling alley. And yeah, so I think it's just so powerful that you're going into depth about that, Rebecca, and acknowledging all of us, acknowledging that part of us. Kelsey says, I was self-tanning and listening, LOL. But yes, I know, I was like, I wonder if she's going to comment about it. She said, yes, this program is completely life-altering, and the group aspect of it is the most powerful part. We are all mirrors for one another. Thank you, Kelsey. I will speak into that for a moment. I know we need to wrap up soon, but that something that another one of the many reasons why I love the group dynamic is just like dating is a mirroring process where every single experience is an opportunity to see yourself more clearly and to heal and alchemize and grow. Well, when you're witnessing a group of women being extremely vulnerable and watching them go through their breakdowns and breakthroughs, every single breakthrough of every woman there counts as your own, because it's sinking into your consciousness, and it's like the whole group can be holding space for one person's breakthrough, and when that person breaks through, the entire group has the breakthrough too, because we are all relating to each other. We're all so connected and seeing ourselves in one another. And so maybe in that exact moment, we're not going through the exact same thing at the exact same time, but we did in the past, and that was unresolved. Or we go through it a week later or a month later, and we're like, thank God I got to witness Kelsey standing in that space, and, like, I received it from her. And so what happens is the growth becomes exponential because of that. So it's like everyone's breakthroughs are stacking on top of one another, and everyone is being carried by that. So I wanted to break that down as well. Yeah, we love it so much. And it really is like the joy of my life to lead this group, and the transformation that naturally occurs as women go from, you know, a lot of what you guys have been sharing of, like, not being met by men and not attracting the kind of men they wanted, not being courted or respected, like whatever your version of that is, everyone's coming into this space in a very similar space, in that sense of not getting what they want in dating, not attracting the kind of men that they want. And really desiring a much higher quality experience of men and of dating, and end up attracting their dream relationship, like end up going from attracting the men that they are not interested in, that can't meet them, to having a bunch of men courting them that are all wanting committed relationship that they all find attractive, right? And then it's just only natural that women end up getting into an amazing relationship with one of those men. Like, that is the journey. Not to brag, but it's the truth. We want you to know what happens in this space. Like, if you're ready and you're wanting it, you will get into an amazing relationship through doing this work with us. And we feel so honored to get to be on your journey and support you in that.
And invite us to your wedding. We love those.
Yeah, invite us to your wedding. Yes. I have someone who's already like, you're coming to my wedding. One of my clients. Yeah, that's gonna happen. We're going. We have clients get engaged, we have clients get married. Like, it all happens as fast as you're wanting it to and ready for and willing to have it happen in this. So we love you guys. I'm so excited to see you guys in just a few hours for the bonus, or a couple hours.
Yeah.
One of those for the first bonus call. So definitely, if you're feeling called, apply for the program. We will connect one-on-one. I will answer all your questions. I'll go into depth and into detail about what is included in the program, because I know we didn't, just for sake of time, we didn't go into that today.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're wanting to really get a feel for what it's like to work with me and be in that group energy, do your best to make it to those bonus calls. They'll also be recorded for you if you can't make it to all of them. I wanted to mention that as well. It's going to be very similar vibe to what it's like in the group.
Yes. Yeah. And the winner, remember, I don't forget the winner. So the challenge winner, Jermarie picked, and so Jermarie's my behind the scenes assistant, who's amazing, and it's Monet. Monet, you won Chelsea's Feminine Embodiment Workshop. So congratulations, love. We'll make sure that you get access to that. Yeah. And it's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing your comment. Jermarie picks the winners and sends me the links, and I had already read your comment. I was like so inspired by your story. So everyone in the Facebook group, you guys can read each other and what you're saying. It's really inspiring. And so congratulations on winning that. And in order to win for today, just post in the group that you completed the challenge. This is us holding you accountable, see it through. Mm-hmm. I get to call my dad. I'm gonna call my dad right away. I love getting stuff done. And it's funny because I'm sitting here and he just texted me. I'm like, perfect. So get it, make the request, move, like when you talk, like just commit and see it through. Mm-hmm. And we're here cheering you on. Definitely apply to the program if you are ready to have high level support to attract your dream partner, and you get to hang out with Chelsea and just amazing women all the time and have your essence flamed and open up. Yeah, it's like perfect. It's so your essence flamed. And the bonus call with Chelsea is via Zoom. Those details are inside the calendar invite. So you can click that. You'll see her Zoom. I recommend making it live instead of the replays, because live you get to actually ask questions and be engaged and go back and forth, versus the replay will still be powerful for sure. But if you can,
I want to talk to you guys in person. I want to actually talk one-on-one and answer your questions. So if you can make it, please come. Don't be shy. We're going to have so much fun.
Yeah, don't be shy. Right. Yeah. Amazing. We love you guys. Great job. We're not done yet, right? Today you get to go complete this challenge, and so we're here cheering you on. I'm in the energy with you. I'm definitely challenging myself. I've been putting this off for months. So, and it's doesn't feel super comfortable, but I'm all about leaning in and being the embodiment example as well.
I'm gonna make a request too, because one just came to me. Yeah. I was just like you on Thursday. I waited months and finally did one, but I have another one, of course.
Yeah, look at us. Okay, we're in the challenge with you guys. Amazing. Erica says, thank you for guiding me. 7 of my power, my voice, my desire. You're both so amazing. I love these calls. And you say, you are so welcome, beautifuls. Have those amazing, incredible, quantum, powerful, miraculous day. May you let the field just surprise you and be in the flow energy of trust and ease and excitement and possibility. Because that is totally up to us to be in that. It's a personal choice. So I choose that, and I invite everyone to choose that. enjoy those bonus calls, have an amazing day, continue to just adore everyone around you and to know that you are calling in a relationship where you feel so adored and have the relationship of your dreams. And thank you, Chelsea. You're amazing times a million. Like, that was incredible. Everything that you just shared, you're so powerful and wonderful and wise. And I love you.
Ditto. I love you so much. Thank you for having me. And that link to apply is in the comments. You just have to copy and paste it. I think you said that a couple times. Okay. We love you guys. See you
Love
soon.
you.